Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Hope you all are safe and healthy. You must have enjoyed your holidays with your family members. Now our holidays are getting over and it's time to start with our studies again. Hope you have done your holiday homework and everything neatly in your grammar classwork copy. So today I am going to take lesson number 4, negative sentences. We have already covered the first 3 lessons, the sentence, lesson 2 subject and predicate, and lesson 3 phrases and clauses. Today we'll start with the new topic, negative sentences. So today we are going to learn how to transform a positive or affirmative sentence to negative sentence. So usually in the negative sentences, we have to use the word not. We use the word not to form the negative sentences. For example, she is coming. I have written a positive sentence on the board. She is coming. Now let's see how to form the negative sentence. So here, she is coming is a positive sentence. She is not coming is a negative sentence. Now look at the position of the word not. We have inserted the word not in between the auxiliary verb is and the main verb coming. So is called auxiliary verb or helping verb, and coming is the main verb in the sentence. And we have inserted the word not in between the auxiliary verb and the main verb to transform the positive sentence to a negative sentence. So here, she is coming is a positive sentence. She is not coming is a negative sentence. Hope you understood this much. Okay, now let's continue with the next topic. So I said is called an auxiliary verb. Now tell me, what is an auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verb. Words like is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, etc. are called auxiliary verbs. They are otherwise called helping verbs. You have learned it in class 3 and class 4 as helping verbs. So if we look at these words, if we take each word like is or am, it doesn't have a meaning of its own. Try to give the meaning of the word is. Does it have a meaning? No, it doesn't have a meaning on its own. So, but these auxiliary verbs or these helping verbs help to form tenses, then passive voice, to form negative sentence and to frame questions. And today we are learning negative sentences, and these auxiliary verbs play a very important role in forming negative sentences. For example, he is writing. I am doing my work, etc. So here is an auxiliary verb or helping verb. In the second sentence, am is an auxiliary verb or helping verb. And you know, am we use only with first person I. So hope you understood the topic auxiliary verbs. Now let's move to the next category. So let's try to do a few more examples in positive sentence and negative sentence. So I would like to write a few examples in positive and also in negative. This is the column for positive sentence, and here we'll convert those sentences to negative. Example 1. She has done the job. Another example, I will come. Let me write one more example. I can complete the job. Would you like to have one more example? Then let's go for one more example. You must see this movie. So I have written 4 sentences on the board. Let me read it for you. She has done the job. I will come. I can complete the job. You must see this movie. Now let's try to transform these positive sentences to negative sentences using the word not. Now you know where to insert not. Remember, we are supposed to insert not in between the auxiliary or helping verb and the main verb. So all these sentences, I have picked out the sentences having an auxiliary verb and a main verb. So the first one, she has done the job. She has not done the job. Now let's try to do the second one. I will come. I will not come. Try to do the third one. I can complete the job. I cannot complete the job. I cannot complete the job. Now let's do the last one. You must see this movie. You must not see this movie. You must not see this movie. Now let's have a look at the position of the word not. She has not done the job. This not is coming between the helping verb has and done. Second sentence, I will not come. This not is again coming in between the helping verb will and come. I cannot complete the job. Cannot. So not is coming between helping verb can and the main verb complete. Now look at the last one. You must not see this movie. Not is coming between must and see. So hope you understood where to insert not when you convert a positive sentence to a negative sentence. Now let's move to the next type of sentences. So these are sentences having an auxiliary verb and a main verb. Now let's have a look at sentences having only auxiliary verbs, or these auxiliary verbs serve as the main verbs. Sentences with only auxiliary verbs. Every time when you use the word auxiliary verb, remember it is another term used for helping verbs. So, I'll write a few examples. I am a musician. My mother is a teacher. She is pretty. Have a look at all these three sentences. I am a musician. My mother is a teacher. She is pretty. So I've already written the title. We are dealing with sentences having only auxiliary verbs. So let us underline the auxiliary verbs here. Am is the helping verb or auxiliary verb. My mother is a teacher. Is the auxiliary verb. She is pretty. Is the auxiliary verb. Now check out whether do we have a main verb in these sentences, like dancing, drawing, writing, jumping, sleeping. Here we don't have any other action word. So these are sentences having only auxiliary verb, or auxiliary verb serves as the main verb. Now let's convert this into a negative sentence. How to convert sentences having only auxiliary verb to negative sentences? So I am a musician. I am not a musician. My mother is a teacher. My mother is not a teacher. She is pretty. She is not. She is not pretty. Let me underline not. So look at the position of the word not. We have put not immediately after the auxiliary verb. So when you come across sentences having only auxiliary verb, you are supposed to put not immediately after the auxiliary verb. Here we put it after am. Here it is after is. Here it is after is. So this is how you are supposed to form negative sentences when you come across sentences having only auxiliary verbs. Now, what about constructions without an auxiliary verb? sentences without an auxiliary verb. Have you thought about it? Just now we dealt with sentences having only auxiliary verbs. Now, what about sentences having only main verbs, or there is no auxiliary verb? Let's see examples. She visits the hospital regularly. She visits the hospital regularly. They treat the children well. They treat the children well. I helped my friend. So last year you have learned tenses. So when you come across sentences without an auxiliary verb, first you have to check the tense of the verb given in the sentence. So the first sentence, she visits the hospital regularly. Here, let's underline the verb visits. And you know the verb visits is in simple present. The verb visits is in simple present. Again, have a look at the second sentence. They treat the children well. Let's underline the verb treat. Again, the verb is in simple present. Now look at the third sentence. I helped my friend. Action word is helped. And we have used the ed form. That means the verb is in simple past tense. The verb is in simple past tense. So, how are we supposed to form the negatives of sentences where we have used only the main verb? The other one was very easy. We have to just put not immediately after the helping verb. Here there is no helping verb. And if we try to put a not somewhere in these, let's try. She not visits the hospital regularly. It sounds absurd. It sounds funny. Again, they not treat the children well. The moment you hear the sentence, you understand that the sentence is not correct. Yes, here comes the usage of do, does and did. So here you should learn to use the correct form of do. So let me teach you the rule in simple present tense how to use. So if the negative sentence is in simple present or past, the negative form is used with do or does. So let's take the first example. She visits the hospital. So we have to use the correct form of do or does. Okay? So correct form of do or does plus. Then comes the negative form not. Then what will come? Plus base form of the verb. Please have a look again. Do or does plus not plus base form of the verb. Now let's try to change this sentence, she visits the hospital regularly, to a negative sentence. So here the subject is she. She is third person singular. So you know how to use, where to use do and where to use does. So she is third person singular. So she, with she, what will come? Does. She does not. Now the base form of the verb visits is visit. She does not visit the hospital regularly. She does not visit the hospital regularly. Again, I gave the second sentence also in simple present tense. The sentence was they treat the children well. Again, subject is they. It is third person plural. So, what will come? They do not treat. Already the base form is used here. No S is used with treat. So they do not treat the children well. So when the sentences are in simple present tense, you have to use do or does plus not plus base form of the verb. Base form of the verb means verb without S. Once you use does, don't add S to the verb. Is that clear? Now let's see a sentence in simple past tense. The same example I am going to write. I helped my friend. I helped my friend. So here the verb is in past tense. So the rule is past form of do or does is did. So did plus not plus again base form of the verb. Did plus not plus base form of the verb. So let's try to convert this positive sentence to negative sentence. I did not help my friend. I did not help my friend. So right now we learned how to convert a positive sentence having only main verb to a negative sentence. Okay? So I hope you know how to use do and does. Still, I would like to explain that. So we use does with she, he, it and all the singular nouns. So we use does with third person she, third person he, third person it and with all other singular nouns. And we use do with first person I, second person you, then first person we, third person they, and also with all the plural nouns. And did is the past tense of past form of do or does. So hope you understood. Hope it is very clear to you. Now let's move to the next category. Let's move to the next category, sentences with have, has and had. sentences having have, has, and had. For example, I have a pet dog. I have a pet dog. We use have, has, and had to form tenses also, and we use have to show possession. Possession means I have a pet dog, means it shows my ownership of the pet dog. So this have is used to show possession or ownership. So when you come across sentences like this, to form the negative sentence, you have to use no. You are not supposed to use not. Here we are going to use the word no to form the negative sentence. So let me write the negative form. I have a pet dog. I have no pet dog. I have no pet dog. I have a pet dog. I have no pet dog. We have a farmhouse. We have a farmhouse. We have no farmhouse. So when you come across sentences having have, has, had, we form the negative by adding no to the sentence. You are supposed to put no immediately after the verb have and has. Now, few miscellaneous usages are there. We can also form negatives using these words: never, none, nobody, nothing, neither, nor, etc. So when you come across sentences having never, none, nobody, nothing, neither, nor, these sentences are also considered as negative sentences. So let me write one or two examples. He never obeys his elders. He obeys his elders is a positive sentence, or he always obeys his elders is a positive sentence. He never obeys his elders is a negative sentence. Another sentence: nobody is there in the building. Nobody is there in the building. Positive form of the sentence is somebody is there in the building. Nobody is there in the building. Sentences like there was nothing in the room, none, but he knew the truth. All these are, she is neither Russian nor Polish. All these sentences are negative sentences. So when you come across sentences with never, none, nobody, nothing, neither, nor, immediately it should come to your mind that these are examples of negative sentences. Now, we have almost come to the end of the topic. Now we have to learn one more very important topic, that is contractions. So the title of the topic is contractions. So have you ever come across the word contractions? Contractions are otherwise called another word for short forms or abbreviations. So contractions means short forms. So we are going to learn the short forms of the negative, or we are going to learn negative contractions. Okay, and why do we use contractions in English? We use contractions to make the language more impressive, or to make our spoken language, when we use dialogues and all, when we use contractions, our speech becomes more impressive and more attractive. And what is a contraction? So contraction is a shortened word made by omitting two, or made by putting two words together, and when we put two words together we need to omit certain words. So let's try to look at a few negative contractions. So am not. When we made the sentences, we used the full form am not. I'm not going to the market. So let's try to form the contraction of am not. So the contraction is amn't. So when you form the contraction, we use an apostrophe. So where did we use this apostrophe? We use this apostrophe where this O is supposed to come, not. So we deleted that O. We omitted that O, and in place of that O, we put an apostrophe. This is how we are supposed to form the short forms or abbreviations, or otherwise called contractions. Let me write a few more examples. Is not. So how will we form the contraction of is not? Then in place of O, we put a raised comma, that is called an apostrophe. Then comes T, isn't. She is not coming. We can write she isn't coming. So your language becomes more beautiful when you start using contractions. Another example, are not. Aren't. See, for negative contractions, we omit that O, and in place of that O, we are putting the apostrophe. So these contractions make the language very beautiful. So start using contractions when you write stories and all in your language, in your dialogues and all. Start using the contractions. So I ask everybody to refer to page number 14. Many contractions are given there. Write and learn those contractions, how to write the contractions. Is that clear to you? So our topic, negative sentences, is getting over here. Here is homework for you. Page 15. Exercise A and B. So try to do exercise A and B given in page number 15. So let's go through the topic once again. Today we have learned the topic negative sentences. So how to transform a positive sentence to a negative sentence. So we learned that we use the word not to form the negative sentences where we have an auxiliary verb and a main verb. We put not in between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. We saw many examples. Again, we have come across sentences having only auxiliary verbs. When you come across sentences having only auxiliary verbs, we put not immediately after the auxiliary verbs. We learned what is an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are otherwise called helping verbs. Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, may, can, could, all these are called auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. And I have explained to you that is auxiliary verbs are used to form tenses, passive voice, negative sentence and interrogative sentence. In the next class, we will be learning interrogative sentence. Again, we have come across sentences having only main verbs. So there I explained how to use do or do, does and did. Past form of do and does is did. So when the verb is in past tense, you don't have to worry. You have to use did plus not plus base form of the verb. But if the verb is in simple present tense, then you have to see whether the subject used is first person, second person, third person, singular or plural, and accordingly we have to use do, either do or does. With I, first person I, with second person you, with third person they, and with first person we use the verb do. And with she, he, it, and with all other singular nouns, we use does. Then we learnt how to form the negatives of sentences having have, has, and had. And I told you have, has, and had. When you come across a sentence with have, has, and had, it shows possession. Possession means the ownership of what we have. I have a pen, or I have a pet dog. This shows the ownership. So there you have to use no to form the negative sentence. For example, I have a pen, I have no pen. My father has a farmhouse, my father has no farmhouse. Then I told you sentences with neither, nor, nothing, nobody, all these are also sentences having all these words are also negative sentences. And finally, we learned contractions, how to form contractions. So that's it. Hope you understood the topic. We'll continue in the next class with a new topic, that is interrogative sentences. Thank you.